today's vlog, we continue to crunch miles, blast through Madhya Pradesh, and watch a sunset in Rajasthan.
This is day 3 of our ride actually. Yeah, we came in not last evening. We came in evening before last. We checked into this lovely hotel called Lavanya. Very nice hotel. I think I would recommend it for any traveler traveling through Latlam. This one is going to be a tough one because it's Madhya Pradesh where we're going to get a lot of rain, and it's also Rajasthan, which is no rain but a lot of sun and dry humidity. I mean, no, not humidity also, just dry, arid climate.
It's just about noon. I had to get the vlogs out, so I was editing pretty late, but we're already on the road now. Ian is doing his packing. And it's a cloudy day, expecting a bit of rain because that's what the IMD weather forecast says. So that apart, we're on with our rain gear and we're willing to ride. We're going to keep a decent average speed, but we're going to try and do a few long hours on the saddle today. Well, today is just going to be about making time. We're just going to have to suck it all up, put our heads down and blast through all of Madhya Pradesh. Rest stops only when necessary. Food stops, maybe just one, and a very short one at that, but just small breaks to stretch out and drink and hydrate. Not a lot of time pass on the roads. Pro tips for people who are trying to look forward to some long distance touring, especially when you're cutting through the country's highways, is that overtaking from the right lane is not always feasible. So one needs to ensure that they are on the middle lane and use the right lane only for overtaking. And in a worst case scenario, if the right lane and the middle lane are taken up, then only first signal, ensure your presence is known, and then perform the overtake maneuver. And don't spend too much time in the overtaking maneuver, just make sure you complete it in the shortest time span possible. Another factor making the ride tough today was the weather. The weather was fluctuating big time, and we were going into stages of feeling really hot and a little bit of rain somewhere in the early part of the day, but mostly just heat. And because we were decked up ready for rain, because we didn't want to keep stopping if it rained, we ended up keeping a lot of that heat inside our system, and that added to the fatigue levels that we faced today. So today seems to be just all about heat management, energy management, and efficiency management. It's very important to keep hydrated on these sections. A lot of times the body doesn't want to drink any water, but you have to forcibly just keep feeding it and ensure that you pee a couple of times, because that way you're circulating that stuff and you're replenishing your body of all the salts that it's losing in the heat. So another thing that we saw on the road today was an accident. It's very important to keep your eyes peeled on the medians, because you never know when animals, people with cycles, and even people just thinking that they'll be able to get across the road before you get there. And in a lot of cases, it's hard to spot these people come running, because there are other vehicles that are obstructing their path, and therefore it's always a good idea to improve your peripheral vision and your situational awareness of all the vehicles around you, how far they are from you, and using your mirrors and moving your neck around and seeing what's placed where. So don't just be involved in the riding. It's very chaotic, I know. There's a lot of wind noise, there's a lot of distractions, but in your mind state, one must be a little zen and just focus on staying alive and just ensuring that your day passes by without anything unfortunate happening. Because Indian roads, while they have gotten a lot safer, there's still a lot of danger lurking on these roads. And we saw a lot of that in terms of cows just sitting in the middle of national highways on Rajasthan roads, animals, a lot of roadkill on the way. So yeah, keep your eyes open, folks. Finally, after a long, scorching hot day, thankfully saved by a good set of highways connecting, we managed to pull over a little after sunset at Raila in Rajasthan. And we found this hotel just close to the highway, barely 2 or 3 minutes away from the highway, and that's a pattern that we've been picking throughout this ride, because there's no point going through cities and out of cities. That just takes up so much time. So we prefer this method, and it's been working so far well for us. Yeah, if you plan to do this ride as well, you can keep your eyes out for these places, because they might not be the most luxurious, but they have decent features, and the cleanliness and the facilities available should be just fine for an overnight stay. Tomorrow is going to be another interesting day. We have to cut through Rajasthan, Haryana, and finally try and make it to Ambala.
Alright, what a decent day, if I may say so. We started off late in the afternoon after a great rest at Ratlam at Lavanya Hotel, and we decided that we would take it easy, and so we stayed in one night extra. I managed to edit one of the vlogs out, because it's very difficult to actually edit, ride all day, come back, rest. That's a lot of commitment. So I am shooting, I'm trying to keep everything organized, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to roll all the episodes out one by one. So let's hope that your patience is going to be worth it, and it should be worth it. We haven't even begun this trip. So currently we are about 230 kilometers from Jaipur, and we are on the Golden Quadrangle, which is an excellent interstate national highway.
There's a place called Raila.
So the place is called Raila, and we're staying currently at a lodge that we found just off the highway itself, because that way you get in quick, and in the morning you hit the highway and you're doing great speeds right off the top. So we're staying currently at Rajhan's Hotel. It's a cheap lodge. It's better than the last lodge that we stayed at, but definitely a bump down from yesterday's
relatively luxurious day. But slowly we're inching. We have finally made it into Rajasthan today. So that is a big achievement. First day Maharashtra, second day Madhya Pradesh, third day into Rajasthan, fourth day we'll be passing Delhi, and let's see how far we go. I can't wait to reach the mountains, because the minute I see those mountains in the horizon, I just get this renewed energy. And then of course the whole of Himachal is going to open up to us, and as is Leh Ladakh and all the new places that are available to explore, some of the new passes, the Great Lakes, all that good stuff is coming up.